De loca, de loca, de loca. Good energy. I don't need a. Hey, what's going on, good people? I think I got some beard oil on the camera. Let me see if that's it. Nah, maybe. I don't know. How y'all doing? Oh, thank you, Conjure Woman. I just got it done no more than like 20 minutes ago or 30 an hour ago. I was in there, did the whole washing stuff, and now I got to get the beard trimmed up. But I'll be all right. Tiffany, King Q, be good, man. Thank you. Black Karma, World Blue, what's up? Cheryl H. Thank you. Hey, everybody. AI messed up on the end of it because I let AI finish editing it for me, and AI didn't adjust the sound. But remember, last night I went live twice talking shit about AI in these computers, and every time I fuck with AI, they fuck up my video. But I downloaded the software to fix it, so I'm gonna go to the other ones on the channel that's loud and remaster them, and I'm remastering the portion of this here too. So I'll re-upload it. So if you guys ever want to go back and watch it, you can. But I'm gonna take away the sound, separate the sound. I just paid for that app. It's King and Queen TV. What's up? Thank you. Crystal. Jamaica Bostic. Miss Turner, how you doing? Miss Turner, my new friend. And yeah, they gotta be hating. Leland, was that Lilani? What you cooking tonight though? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I get one meal a day, and it's on you to cook it for me. Oh, Shuna, my favorite Pisces. What's going on? Everybody, what y'all think about that story? So I'm gonna tell you guys the ending of the story. So because I was listening with you and it couldn't I couldn't really hear the audio good, but I know y'all. I mean, you can hear it, but I want y'all to really feel it. Okay, so I'm gonna start the story right where the police was at when I got to the Sunoco gas station. And Conjure Woman, I know you from St. Pete. You may know where this is. It's the Sunoco, and the road is called Rainbow Road. That's where she was living, off of Rainbow Drive or Rainbow Circle, some shit like that. But it's a Sunoco gas station, and either on the street, if I can remember, on the street or T-boning into it was called Rainbow something, and it was a big rainbow mural there. But this was a while ago. But right that in that area right there. Uh, so the police come up there to the gas station, and the first it was the black officer, and he was all pissed off at me when he got up there. He was cool when he drove. He drove past me. I handed him the paper, and he checked my car for a car seat. He went around my car. He asked me for my driver's license. I'm like, man, what the fuck you need my license for? Then I say, okay, this court document. He want to make sure I'm the person who he handed. So I handed my license. Then he said, give me your car registration. He started getting aggressive and mad at me. So I say, it's in the glove box. And as I walked to the glove box, that's when I heard the click, click, click. Because I walked around to the passenger side of my Crown Vic, and I heard click, click, click. So my back was turned, but I ain't think, I just opened the glove box and got the motherfucker. And I handed it to him, and he was looking mad and shit. So then by that time, his partner had pulled up before I could hand it to him. So I handed the the insurance, the registration to the white cop, and he handed my license to the white cop, but he had put his gun back in his holster because the buckle was loose, and he was looking real mad. Like, so then I say, well, they say the house right up the road. I say, dispatch told me to wait for one of you guys. I can't go there to pick her up myself. Don't want to be no trouble. So they like he read it. He like then like the white cop was like, yeah, this paper says any law enforcement agency in the state of Florida or acting agency, DCF, child support, they have to make me find my daughter. They have if they know got it on address, they have to show me and they have to cooperate with me getting my daughter. So that sealed it. So the white cop goes first. They told the black cop to follow me, and I followed both of their cruisers. So when I get down there, and this is after he done checked the bullet holes in the windshield because the gun he shot at me, but the gun hit the not the windshield, but you know the little stripe on the left hand side in the window that goes like into it. It hit that little metal piece right there. It didn't shatter the glass. It just left a hole in that metal piece next to the window where you open the door at the hinge. So we go there. The white cop get out the car. The white cop walk up to the door. I mean, they met the white cop out the door because when they see police officers, they come run out. So they like, ain't no baby here. So then the black cop was like, see, ain't no baby here. Get in your shit and go. The black cop was angry, but the white cop like, nah, let me go up here and check. The white cop told me, stand there, stay chill. He said, yes, sir. The black cop, so I sat in the car. The black cop took his nightstick and went to hitting the front of the car the headlight. Bye. I mean, hitting them hard. Bye. He went to the other one. Bye. Then he went all around it like reverse clockwise, counterclockwise. He hit that. Bye. I'm sitting. And then he went to the other. Then he went to hit the window. Bye. He went and come break nothing in the car. So then by the time he did that, the white cop had came out with my daughter in his hand. And the white cop was like, yeah, she was hiding inside a child's playhouse in there. They had her zipped up, but here's your daughter. And the white cop signed the slip, like gave me some information saying his card, and he signed it saying he was the one that helped assist me to get my daughter. He acted upon his code. I mean, the white cop was awesome, people. All police officers ain't bad. That white cop was fucking awesome to me in getting my daughter. So he say, get in your car, get the fuck out of here. He said, because I'm going to stay here and hold him back in the family. Because the family, they had jumped in their car and crunk up. So the white cop backed his cruiser up in the driveway where they couldn't just shoot out and follow me. But he like, we going to hold him here. We going to wait here for 30, 40 minutes. He said, get your ass up this road, get on the highway and don't stop. But right before coming out of St. Pete from where we were, right before you get on the highway, there was a McDonald's right there before it let you get on the path heading back to Orlando. So my baby girl was in the car seat and she said she wanted a McFlurry, some shit like that. So I went and I got a McFlurry. And I got a McFlurry and some nuggets and some cheeseburgers and shit because I'm proud. I'm getting my baby whatever she wants. So get this shit right here. This a part I ain't telling the story. So as I'm getting the McFlurry and the cheeseburgers and all that shit, there was another white couple inside McDonald's and they were selling a pit bull. They were selling this little dog. It was a pit bull mixed breed. So I said, okay. So I bought 2 cheeseburgers and shit for the dog. And I gave them $50 for the dog, and I'm like, okay, I don't want them. The people look kind of poor, and I got a thing for animal, so I put the dog in the car. So me, my baby girl, and the dog flushing back to Orlando. She eating the goddamn nuggets in the McFlurry. I'm feeding the dog like this cheeseburgers, and the dog eating it. The dog end up laying like resting his head in between the seats on the thing while we driving. The dog had accepted me as the master. So I was like, somebody, I say, baby girl, I'm calling my baby girl. I say, baby girl, you got your dog. I say, you like that dog? And she like 2, 3 years old. She like, uh-huh. So she pet the dog and the dog like put his head on top of her, like on the car seat on her lap. And it's like a hour and a half drive from St. Pete to Orlando. So we ride and I'm happy, I'm proud. Now get back. Grandma say we got them, all that shit there. Now this is the crazy part of the story that I really want you guys to. Now I added that one in there because I wanted you guys to know something because that's gonna play a major part when I tell you what's going on here with the dog. So so now I done prior to going up there doing all this, grandma did a conjure spell for me. She conjured up a demon for me, an entity, whatever. I spoke to the demon. I'm not afraid to talk to any malevolent spirits and none of that shit. As human beings, we control them. They need our energy. They serve us just like the police work for us. They work for us. Don't let nobody tell you a spirit got more power over you. I don't give a fuck what spiritual system you in. You control them. You can always use the hortico chains of binding to make their ass do what they want. Thank King Solomon. Now, I'm talking to the entity and I'm crying, boo-hoo, telling the entity, hey man, I'm hurting. They got my baby. I'm paying all this fucking money. I say, my daughter is with her gay uncle and he calling me all kind of faggots and shit. And if y'all don't like the way it was taught 20 some years ago, deal with it. That these are the words. I'm just being transparent. He calling me all kind of faggots and sissy niggas and pussy boys and undercover punks. And he's saying all this kind of crazy shit. Like, I got her. I'm gonna raise her while my sister in prison. And when she get out of prison, we gonna fuck you up. And all this shit. They just saying this shit all right now. I'm gonna fuck your name up. I'm gonna make everybody think you the gayest nigga on town because I'm part of that community. And it wasn't part of the community back then. They used to call it family. I'm part of the family. I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, you coward. So I'm talking shit, and if I see you, boy, my whole family gonna do you. What? So this is all the shit. But at this time, I got my daughter. So as I'm talking to the spirit and the demon, the entity, I'm telling them, man, they fucking up my life. I can't do nothing. Child support making me pay them back for insurance. Like, cause back then, if the kid got food stamps or Medicaid and went to the hospital once, they calculate the shit up. You have to pay the government back food stamps and you have to pay back Medicaid. So now they said I owed like 9,800 some odd dollars in food stamps and government assistance that the uncle was getting while they had my baby. I had that shit came straight out of my bank account because I'm always gonna be a hustler. Then I hired the lawyer, Orsini, Scott Orsini. I'll say the fuck nigga name. It is what it is. Scott Orsini, I hired him. He didn't do no work, period. $9,000 down the drain. So I told the spirit to curse on his ass a little bit, touch him a little bit. You don't take my money. So I was in that vengeful state. So after I done explained all my sorrows and woes to the entity say, okay, I can help you. This is a small problem. I could change all this shit in your circumstance. But they say I need 1 minute of your life. And I said, 1 minute. I'm like, what you gonna do with this motherfucking minute, right? What you gonna do with this minute? And he was like, fuck nigga, who cares what I'm gonna do with it? Bitch, do I get the minute or not? Do you want to alleviate this pain? I say, 1 minute ain't shit. I say, man, that minute you may kill me. You say, I don't know what day, what time, what month you coming to claim the minute. I say, I offer you the minute now, then you kill me right here and shit like that. Move the clock forward. He say, no, you're gonna live to be 96 years old. I see. He said, you got a long life, 96 years old. He say, I just want 1 minute on your 96th birthday. As soon as the clock strike 12, your birthday, I'm gonna take that first minute of your birthday from you. That's mine. So I weighed the pros and cons. Am I gonna get my life back? Am I gonna get my daughter? Because I know I could raise them. When I tell you people, and I gotta reiterate, can't nobody outfather me. When I say that shit, I ain't saying it because I got accomplishment of raising 5 kids by myself. Nigga, I done paid my life literally for my children. I done gave my life for my children. Can't nobody outfather me. Ain't no people out there willing to do this type of shit, you know, for their child. So can't nobody outfather me. I'm a shitty boyfriend, an okay husband, but I am the best dad on the planet. I digress. So I say, shit, run it. So he said, run it. But he said, nah, since he said, there's somebody put a spell on you. I say, put a spell on me. He said, yeah, this is why all the lawyers and the judges and you can't find them. You're always a day late and a dollar short. This is why you're getting cursed out by all the child support people. This is why you just getting fucked over. I say, so who put the spell? He say, I can't tell you. He say, it's a secret spell. It was done really good. He say, but they can't stop me from moving it. I say, okay, then I want you to move it. I say, all of this is in cost into the minute of my life, right? And he said, yeah, we could put it all in there. He said, a minute is good for me. Do you got anything else you want to put in there? So people, I ain't even gonna front. I told him, I said, yeah, I want to be victorious every time I stand up in front of a judge. Every time I stand up in front of a judge going on a child support circuit, nigga, I need to be victorious. I say it need to work in my favor, whether I'm prepared or not. He said, sure, granted. He said, cut your finger. So I took out the little knife, I cut my finger. I still got the mark right here. It's faint. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's still a little mark there. I don't know. Either way, it's like right up in this area here. So I cut the motherfucker, thumped it at him 3 times like he said. 1 minute, I'm cool. You take that minute at 96 years old, even if I die, you ain't get my soul. You just getting a minute of my existence. Whatever you do with that minute, bitch, enjoy it. So boom. 2 weeks later, I get a phone call. Could you bring, your daughter up here for her grandma's funeral? And I'm like, grandma funeral? Yeah, grandma passed away, just suddenly dropped. So she walked outside, looked at the sun, and she just fell over dead. Say wasn't nothing wrong with her, no cancer, no brain injury, no nothing. Just I say, nah, my daughter ain't coming nowhere near y'all motherfuckers. Sorry. I say I ain't coming back up there. So I ain't even allow my grandma to go my daughter go to her grandma's funeral. Mm-mm. Nope, not at all. That police said, don't go back up there to Clearwater. I stayed my ass out of Clearwater until recently. Well, until her mama got out of prison. I'm telling her mama business. Until her mama came home from the university and I had to take her to drive back and forth to drop her off with her mama and stuff like that. So she could spend time with her mama on the weekend every 2 weeks, every month or so, however she wanted to. But yeah. But yeah, so made the deal and he lifted the curse that the grandma had done to me. But in turn, lifting the curse that the grandma done to me, she gave her life to protect her daughter's interest, to which I gave a minute of mine to get my daughter back so I could protect my daughter's whole life. So it ended up working out for me. And it gets that she did with a spell. I dealt with an entity, and the entity trumped her ass and took her out. So that's how I go. Now that was the end of the story. So that was you heard with the music got loud from AI fucking with me. So I'm looking at the comments. Now, here go the crazy shit. Remember I told y'all I couldn't wait for the recap. Now, I recorded this story Tuesday night. I recorded it Tuesday, so it was uploaded and everything and ready. So I recorded it Tuesday. My daughter wakes up. Uh, my daughter wakes up when she wakes up 3:30 in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. We like going into Wednesday, and she comes in there. And she's like, she's because I'm like I feel somebody walking in my room, and I'm like, God damn, another ghost, another spirit. It happened. So I look up and I'm like, oh, that's my baby. So I'm like, baby, what you want? Because it's a rule, no kids come in my room. So for her to walk in that goddamn room at nighttime, she was fucked up. So I said, what's wrong? And she's like, I said, what's wrong, baby? Talk. She said, Dad, Dad, this lady was messing with me. She said this lady, and she explained the dream to me. But what stood out to me in the dream was she said a lady with dreads came to her face and started shaking her head like this in my baby face in the dream. And the lady was actually in her room, shaking her head in her face and said, "You gonna be just like your daddy, no good. You gonna be just like your daddy, no good." That real life shit. And then she was like, I don't know who this person is. So I got up, gave her a hug. I said, you can lay in the bed over there, baby. So she laid in the bed and I was meditating while she was on the other side of the bed. And Spirit said, that's her grandmama. Her grandmama's still mad. And by you opening the door and telling this story, her grandma found her. Because your house was spiritually protected, but you, you let her in by talking about her. So I told her who it was. And she was like, whoa, it was the grandma. Now, if y'all want me to have her come tell y'all the dream, I would love, if y'all want to, I call her in here and she could tell y'all herself. I was shocked. She woke me up in the middle of the night. But that's what stood out. And the little thing was wearing a sweater. Let me, matter of fact, since y'all want to hear it, I'm finna go get her right now. I ain't wearing sweatpants today, y'all. I can stand up. Hey, Zamaya, baby girl, she in the shower. Hey, tell her to knock on the studio door after she get right, because I want her to talk about her dream for a second, okay? Matthew, just have a knock on the door when she get out the shower, man. All right. Jesus Christ. Matthew nuts. Matthew nuts. ah. Cooper Copper Moon said, that little thing. What went on? What went on since I was gone? It just, yeah, well, me and my that daddy daughter dynamic there. I know Copper Moon ain't talking about the sweatpants and me. Wrong channel. That's for an OnlyFans. Copper Moon, mean ass. uh, uh, can I stop the dreams? They stopped already. I put a block on that shit. I went in there and put a block on that shit 100%. Today is who birthday? Happy birthday, Shannon. uh, yeah, she is a world changer. She all right. I love my baby girl. So when she get out the shower, she gonna come in here and I have her tell it. But yeah, back to this story right here. Damn, yours was yesterday, Miss Jones. Happy birthday. Me and Mrs. Jones. I bet they don't mess you. They don't mess you with that song so much. I know. ah, thank you, Jasmine. So, people, that was the deal. So the spirit. Oh, your hair looks nice. Thank you. So that was the spirit of her grandmama that came and was in her face, cursing her out, shaking her head, shaking, throwing her dreads around, saying, "You gonna be just like your daddy. Your daddy was right," or something like that. You ain't gonna be shit like your dad, but like your daddy. The thing was cursing her out and scaring her. Isn't that crazy? Hell yeah. 1 minute of my life for my children is worth the goddamn trade. A minute is a long time, believe it or not. Excuse me. Yeah, my grandma made me pay her for work. See, that's the thing. No work is free. And if you respect your spiritualist or you respect the work or you really care, you know, you'll pay your spiritualist. I paid my grandma like 7 grand to do this spell work of protection for me and my kids while they wasn't next to me to make sure they was okay till they got in my care. I have to pay because I believe in my grandmama. I believe in spirit and I believe in work. Everybody that call and wants some free work and shit like that, no, you don't do that. That's taking advantage of spirit. You have to be willing to offer something. You ain't offering your soul. You ain't offering minutes of your life. You ain't offering that shit, but you got to be willing to offer something. You can't expect spirit to work perfectly for you for free. No, that's what we call slick robbing in the spiritual world. And you got to respect the spirit man or the spirit woman who doing it. Respect their energy. They putting that shit down. Yeah. So yeah, I paid grandma. Grandma took that money because she had to go and replenish herself, and she loved her Levi Garrett Red Man Golden Blend, and we kept her stacked in that. Yeah, time do slow down. You pay for what you want. and what you truly want. That's right. But people, that was a crazy thing. So now let's talk about the snake man. Let's talk about the snake man. So again, I'm gonna tell you guys where Little Egypt at. You'll miss Little Egypt. People don't even know it's Little Egypt. So you let's say you're going up Old Winter Garden Road and you're coming from Kirkman. You're gonna go to Pine Hills Road. Excuse me. You go to Pine Hills Road and you make a right hand turn. You don't turn left going to Colonial. You make a right hand turn down this little back street. When you go down this little back street, you're gonna run into what they call South Street. And it's a church that sits off in the cut over there. It's the church that sits off South Street right there. But when you go around the winding road, you in Little Egypt back there. And it's just two or three turns, and then you turn, and then you'll see a sign that says Little Egypt, exiting Little Egypt. Now you in Carver Shores, Campanella, and all that other stuff there. I mean, not Carver Shores, you in New Malibu. So right in that little 2 block radius is Little Egypt. And it's a swampland. And it used to always be a little green raggedy ass house for people from Orlando. You would go around and you'll see a little green raggedy ass house and right there. People lived in that bitch, well, the snake man lived in it. So you can go in the gate. And when you go in the gate, all around the little wooden porch, it had no lights, no running water, no shit. But you had the tree there, you could see the snakes, it had the swamp man sitting there, and behind it was just a big ass swamp and shit. And he used to have a little fire going on outside where he cook his food to keep him warm. I don't know. So Auntie took me there. So we walked back there through the path. Snake Man. So the dream I had that I was gonna see the Snake Man because I saw him in my dream. He was running through this path with no shoes on, cut off Dickie Brown Dickies with a cut off arm sleeve Dickie shirt, beige, but it was dirty. And in the dream, he had this pink snake in his hand, but the snake was about the width of a pencil, and it was small. He was just told it need 4 fingers. So he running with his feet. I could see his dirty ass feet with algae on them and shit, stumping on the ground. So I told my auntie, she was heavy in the crack, and he probably was too. So I told her, she said, come go with me. She walked me back there through the swamp and shit, through his thing. You know, I was on a mission to get my baby girl. And when I went back there, all these snakes in the tree, alligators, lizards, and turtles and shit. And he back there living amok. And who knows what was in his motherfucking house, in that house with the doors with open holes in the floors and in the roof. It rainwater get in. He was living. So, I get put the crack next to the tree. When I put the crack under the tree, the snake came down and coiled around the crack. He had this baby snake in his hand, and he tossed the baby snake over there on top of the mama snake, and they coiled up next to each other, sitting on top of the crack. Crack cocaine, man. So he told me his information. I left. So now I'm realizing this ain't no regular human. This is a spirit entity. The spirit of the swamp, the green. I don't know, snake spirit. I don't know. So I'm going back there to thank him for his information, because every time one of my spirits do something for me, I go back and I get him offerings and thank you. That's what y'all got to start doing when shit go good in your life. And you done pray to a spirit and that spirit give it to you. Don't just, oh yeah, the spirit did what I asked. Go back and give that spirit some reverence. Give him another shot. Give him some flowers, hug some flowers, and love on him. Thank you. It's appreciation, right? So after he did give me the information, even though we got into it with the white dude, I mean with the Puerto Rican dude that were trying to kill me, that let us know they was right there. That was the address they lived before they went to the food stamp place and got and talked to the food stamp people, which led to them having their proper address to send them food stamps for my baby girl and all the other kids that was in the house. See how spirit worked? So went in, I paid him. So I brought him gin. I brought him a fruit basket from Publix. I even brought him one of them little chicken buckets from Publix with the chicken in it, because I'm like, maybe he's probably sick of eating grass and bullshit he catching. Get him some fried chicken or something. Then, and then I brought him some more crack. But this is fucked up part about it. He didn't take nothing out of my hand. He told me to go and put it over there under the porch, like next to the porch. But when I walked up there on the side of the porch, there was this big ass born constrictor thing. I mean, it was, think about a car tire, and it was thick, like a real live car tire. And it was coiled up like that. And his head was resting, but it was looking behind, like the other way of me. But then I could see it sitting on the eggs and shit. like 5 or 6 eggs. I could see them. So I put it right there. And at this time, I'm not afraid because I know they benevolent. They controlled by this person. So put it there, and he making that noise, yeek, yeek, and he happy and shit. And then he says, "Go on, ain't nothing gonna bother you. Go on, get out of here. You good to come back here to the swamp any day you want." That's what he called it. And I'm like, "Nope, Rich, you on your own, Snake Man." His eyes blinked sideways like this. It didn't go like we blink. It said, "N word." Cool, bitch. I paid your spirit. I'm done. Never saw the snake. Never saw the snake swamp man again. That shit, he lived in Little Egypt, people. Little Egypt. Right here. Orlando, Florida got some dangerous shit, some dangerous spiritual shit in here that people ain't talking about. I'm telling you. I seen it. And I'm giving you exactly where it was. If you go back there now, they tore down that house. They tore down the house and they built a brand new house on that property. They tore down the little raggedy greenhouse and they built a brand new house on that property. The house looked so out of place. They just tore it down. I guess he did, and they got the land and they built it up. It still got the swamp behind it, people. They didn't drain the swamp or nothing. The swamp is still there with this nice ass beautiful house on it. No, I ain't going over there. I drove past. Man, that's all the fuck you get out of me. I don't stop in Little Egypt. I don't stop nowhere in Little Egypt. That motherfucker just them little three twist and turn. I'm out of that bit. I ain't stopping nowhere in Little Egypt. Couple more say I want to live there. The house gonna be haunted. Hell yeah, that house haunted. Snakes gonna be living in the bitch. Yeah, it probably is a house for snakes. He probably built the bitch for the snakes to run. Cause I don't see no cars in the yard or nothing. At least they ain't there when I done drove past the bitch. He done out so much in this one. So many parts of this country has magical places. Hell yeah. You talk too much. I ain't gonna stop talking still. What's up? Wow, I wouldn't live there. No, I wouldn't either. Just go there. Just do it tight. Don't be scared. No, no. Ooh, Mariah say Dumbala. That's kind of crazy. That can be it. I told y'all Dumbala visited. I mean, I was talking to Dumbala. My great grandma never made a deal with Dumbala for one of us in the family. Maybe it's me. Maybe that's why I'm so spiritual and afraid of snakes. I don't know. But I'm getting over my fear because I want to unlock my power. I want to be able to burn through Superman motherfucking ass. But yeah. Yeah. Mount Sinai Church. That's the church on South Street. You're right. That's the church that when you go down, it turns to South Street right there. It sits back in the cut. But if you go around, you make that left, go around, then you pass the Hindu temple that's gonna be on your left, and that sit off in the dirt, and then you go on right, you make that right, and you go around, and as soon as you start turning to your left again, it used to be a green raggedy house that sit right there at the corner, but now it's a beige brand new house in a little fenced up gate with the thing behind it, and it's a church right behind that, like a little bit to the right of that. When you get to the stop sign, America Street. Oh God, the Bearglades, y'all crazy. Everything in the Bearglade want to kill you. The cows, the boa constrictors, pythons, all that shit. Rabbit, scorpion, dogs, hell, rocket raccoon live in that bitch. Everything want to kill you. I drink the yellow python say, ah, that's a good sign. Anytime you see a albino or a yellow one, that's the great serpent. That's a good thing. He was a Seth spirit. The cobra. Oh, the cobra is Little Egypt. Yeah, I'm telling you. And my whole damn room got snakes in it. I mean, my whole room is snakes and Egyptian artifacts. Hell, right over there is two cobras, and right here is two cobras, and then in my room two cobras. I'm telling you that snake energy is wrapping itself around me. I'm gonna get over this fear, man. I got to. I'm breaking it. Wow, I rode through there back on the day, just naive back then. Yeah, you drove through there. Everybody done drove through there because it's a shortcut. When we get off Pine Hill Road, so we don't have to go up to Kirkman and turn to get to Carver Shores, we shoot through there, go up there on Pine Hill, so we don't have to go up there to get to Ivy Lane Road. We cut through that bitch, and that put us all the way by Lake Van Garden and shit. Or we could run all the way down to Big B or Raleigh Street. You know, that's the back cut, and that's Little Egypt. Just ordered me some snake skin knee high boots. Work it. Cross colors, work it. The Superman symbol is a serpent. It's not an S. It's a serpent for the great serpent, the savior. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I know I ride through there. Oh, that's Lacey out there. Who said they rode through there before? Maybe the old wants to work with you. Oh, I hope not. Oh, Bostic, you ride through there? I know I ride through there before, just never knew. Yeah. I have two cobras in my bedroom. Sure enough. Telling you something about them serpent. Tyke, I got a question that I don't think you saw. So why couldn't Granny why couldn't Granny be exposed to the entity? How come she had to cover up? Good question. So people, listen to me good. Great question. When it's your turn to talk to a deity and y'all do a conjure spell right, there's this saying where they say all vessels are empty. And I'm telling you some Southern folk magic talk. So pay attention. If we yell out all vessels are empty, no matter how many people in the room, you cover your face. Because we're gonna wear hats or tarps like a wedding vow, but we cover our face. Now, if we say all vessels are empty, that means that entity should not be approaching that vessel because it's an empty vessel. There is nothing for it to say. And then we have the covering with the messages on the covering. So all vessels are empty. Grandma had to cover her face and turn away because she didn't want to deal with that entity. That wasn't her entity to deal with. She conjured that entity for me. So I had to communicate. But if she would have saw that entity and that entity would have locked eyes with her, it would have asked her what can it give her for some time too. And she's an old woman. She ain't giving up her time. But me, shit, that was 20 some years. That was what, 17 years ago? I'm in my late 20s. Shit, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Take a bit. Take one damn minute. Did the entity tell you their name? They don't. They never tell you their name, and I never ask. I just be needing something for them guys. You have to ask them their name, and typically they'll lie to you about their name, but they can't lie to you what they're gonna do for you and to you. They can say my name Peel Bottle because they don't want you knowing their name. There's certain incantations you have to say to get them to reveal their name. Siri, don't talk. Siri just popped up. I see the little bubble. I'm not sure I understand. Thank you. Good thing you didn't talk, Siri. See that? Would you be aware when it take over? I'm pretty sure they never just snatch anything from you. They come and they tell you. That's why you be seeing people in the hospital freaking out and shit. Cause it gotta come. It gotta say, hey, contract time. Don't mess up. Don't mess up, computer. You'll see them on my 96th birthday. Dude, 4 years from 100. What the fuck else can I be doing other than sitting in the bed eating Cheerios? But I know they could probably that minute they take probably just have a lot of knowledge inside from all the years I done learned magic and did stuff like this. They probably take that minute and probably take a minute of memory from me to have me live out a different life somewhere else with that, like for a single minute, or just that explosive energy your body gives off in a minute. That can be enough to fuel any spirit, something like that. 96 may be like 30. Yeah, we old here living long. When you know their name, you truly have complete control over them. Exactly. That's why my Baron told me his real name, and I can never tell it to nobody. He trusts me that much. So I got complete control over my Baron. If I want to be like pushy with him, he told me his name. But we made a contract, not a deal. We made an agreement, not a deal. Win win, lose lose. No, you get this and I get this. That's why I like my Baron. I remember from another story you said you would live a long time. Yeah, 96. I'm confident. Now, I mean, anything can change. Variables can change. Somebody could come and knock me in the head. Nuclear bomb can go off or whatever. But if natural causes is the key, 96. Does the Baron Samadi know how cool he is? He better. You know how cool he is. How do you cancel a contract? You would have to go do what we call old magic. You would have to go to some old person who's not afraid to conjure up that entity to which you talk to. And only my grandma knew the name of the entity and the one she called because I don't even know it. I just know the deal was made. Now you got to go to somebody who knew the type of entity that they called up so you could cancel it. Oh, excuse me. So once you know that the name, you can offer it something in kind. Most crazy people you'll see them offering up their third unborn child, or offering up all the wealth, or they'll offer up something like that. And typically they just want time. Remember the movie with the Jack Sparrow in the boat, Pirates of the Caribbean, and they said only thing we got left is time, and they was gambling for time for each one of them to own. Okay, you could own me for 10,000 years. You can own me for a millennia. That's all they want. They don't want your soul. They want your time. Because the time they get to live on Earth, and if you want to be technical, so let's really get into it. Let's dive deep into this whole minute. So if you want to dive deep into this minute, I think what that entity gonna do during that 1 minute that I paid them for me, I think it's gonna sit in that hospital bed. It's gonna have all of my senses. It's gonna have all of my experiences, all of my emotions, all of my memories, my hopes, my dreams, my fears, all of the emotional spectrum. And it's gonna bask in that energy for one good fucking minute. And it's gonna, whoo, I'm living a life, bitch. Whoo, I'm walking free. I'm living a life. Even if I can't get out the hospital bed, even if I'm able still walk to the store at a slow pace, even if they do cell regeneration and I'm flipping up the goddamn Mount Everest, it gets to live as a human being for one full minute, 60 seconds. You can't do that much in 60 seconds in a body. But just think about all the sensations. You can have some apple juice, some food, you can taste. Because spirits can't taste. They can't feel, they can't taste, they just can manipulate. So you telling me a motherfucker that can't see color, seeing everything in black and white, finally get to see some shit in color. A motherfucker that can't touch a titty and it's gonna sit up there and see I got a wife or girlfriend next to me, it's touching the titty. A motherfucker that can't feel pain, that motherfucker may just stab my finger just to feel pain. May want to feel what's going through. Motherfucker, that's what they want. They want time on this earth. We in control of them. I'm telling you guys. I don't know if any other spiritualist teaching y'all this type of shit, but I know the rules. 96 ain't old. 100 is. So I think so if you want to be honest, now that I think about it, I think they're gonna sit up there in my body and they're gonna do a possession for 60 seconds. And in that 60 seconds, he probably jack off. He probably go in there and try to screw. He probably do something to get a pleasure feel. He probably go in there and gluttonous eat. He probably eat a pizza or something. Just do something to get us. Probably pick up the phone and make crank calls to bitches just to get them pissed off and laugh at it. I don't know what he gonna do for that 1 minute, but he said he ain't gonna kill me. It's gonna get the nurse. It's gonna tear that nurse ass up. Come in, nurse. They're gonna be like, listen, bitch, you don't see this vessel I'm in. Look at it. A raw specimen. Get your ass on over here. I'm 96. I can't make babies. Get your ass on over here. Let's do this. It ain't even gonna be me. So the nurse gonna be hopping on bones and skin, baby. Bones and skin, because she ain't gonna say no. Spirits can talk. Have you ever been possessed before? I get possessed every year, memory. Once a year. Me and my that's a contract me and my Baron have once a year. He gets to have his day. Y'all won't see me fucking with nobody that day. Celestial Earth God. You know what? I'm gonna tell him, hey, you got 1 minute at 96. Knock on Celestial Earth Goddess door. Let's steal her chicken and go steal her family albums and record players. Let's take her shit. Make us both happy. Like Death on Meet Joe Black. What's all these movies y'all talking to? Meet Joe Black. Death did something? I got to go. Why the fuck I ain't looking at these movies? That damn burger movie with Samuel L. Jackson, The Kingsman. I looked at a portion of that. That shit blew my mind. So Joe Black and Death. I see what they talking about. I was just about to say, would you go live in that state? I do. For the first year or two, I went live and I was doing live tarot reading, but it wasn't me. But if I go back to that video and when I watch it, I can't, it hurt my ear. It's like nails on a chalkboard to hear me talk while I'm in that state. That's when I painted my face up black and white, put the makeup in the hat. It hurt my human ears to hear him talk to me. And he be on that bitch laughing, making jokes, and it's like nails on a chalkboard. So I check out. I don't even go. You see my eye closing because it's stressful for me to even think about it. But yeah, on Halloween, my Halloween special, the first one. So that's when that's not me at all. That's him. Get a clue, man. I'm calling Derek Jackson. What's up? Get a clue. Sandman to death was a woman. Wow. Your voice is higher pitch in that state type. I know. No hunches, human crush. Not hunches, human crush. Maybe I just want the Baron to make me cool. The Baron got you. The Baron gonna make you cool, sister. Let me go back to look at one of those vids. Y'all can look at it. Copper Moon Tyke. Do you know this guy on YouTube named Q Reeves? He talks to spirit and entities all day. He's a regression specialist. I don't, but I will Google him now. Let me go over here to this video. Q Reeves. Okay, got him right here. Q Reeves regressions. Okay, brother with a beard, light skinned brother with a beard wearing a hat and shit in the car, slim fella. Okay. Okay, yeah. Want to hear a regression session live? Click play. Okay. Q Reeves, I got him on here right there. I check him out. Awaken the heart. So that's a rule. They have to tell you what they are gonna do in the vessel. Yes, yes, yes. I tell my Baron, you cannot drive my car, you cannot leave my house, you cannot use my phone to call no females over here. You can't do none of that shit. You can be on this internet all day long, laughing, talking, and playing. You can drink all the liquor and the beer we got in the cabinet. Hell, you can even go smoke some pot. I don't mind. But your ass cannot leave this house. And Baron wants to drive the car. He wants to drive the BMW. You can't drive, bro, because I don't know what you're gonna do with the car. You may take my ass to Louisiana somewhere, and then I wake up the next day. Why the fuck I'm up here? Who gonna believe me? Oh, I was possessed by a demon, and they put me 24 hours away from my house. No, and I put a salt ring around my house that night to where he can't go out. Thank you, Kathleen. Simply say, come to Louisiana. Don't tempt the Baron, man. The Baron will be down there what you wanted. You told me to come, I'm here. And it ain't gonna be like, oh, I was just playing. I'm here. Give me your money, your liquor. Don't tempt the Baron. Don't ask that thing to come now. I don't play them games. The Baron, he may try to get out of this bitch one day. Probably have me use all the salt the day before and don't let me know. So I go grocery shopping and everything. Have you ever considered doing a conjure tour? Oh God, hell no. I'm sorry. I'm not teaching nobody how to conjure nothing. Because all conjure spells are the same. I don't care what casting circle you do. You're gonna need about 8 to 10 people, possibly 12, and everybody gotta work in tandem. And I taught y'all how to do a conjure on my Patreon, believe it or not, but I'm not gonna hands-on train. So go to my Patreon. All y'all, everybody knew how to conjure. All my patrons, y'all remember the pentagram I drew and how to conjure what you need. My patrons, they know how it works. That's how you conjure. That's the only thing you get out of me. How how to know if spirit has entered the body? Sometimes I feel like spirit uses my body. It's a simple fact to know how spirit entered your body. And people, I want you guys to pay attention. Y'all are asking some great questions. So the way that you'll know that a spirit has entered your body, because every night when you sleep, a spirit takes over your body, believe it or not. That's not you. You leave, another spirit come, and it likes to feel air breathing through the lungs. That's why y'all wake up choking with sleep apnea and all that shit there. But this is the surefire way to know if some spirit has entered your body. And y'all not even gonna admit this to yourself, but I can admit it. Right up in here, your shoulders, it'll smell sour. It'll smell sour. That's where they sweat because they get in and they sit on your neck and they soak in through your neck. They don't go through your navel. They go in through your neck, your 33rd vertebrae. They soak in and then they'll get you to sweating up in here. And when you wake up, you rub your neck and you're like, damn, why is it sour? Why my skin coming, dirt coming off my skin and you smell and then you're sour. It happened to me a lot. That's why the most important thing is the morning shower. Uh-huh. T and Daniels. There you go. Did I just teach you some? I wake up with scratches by my chest. Lord, Mrs. Jones. Right? Been waiting for it. I'm telling y'all some shit. Grandma taught me all that shit, man. That's why when you get stressed, it's the first thing we do. We go to twisting our neck and the vertebrae, and we go to rubbing our neck. We go to rubbing our shoulders, and we got to try to comfort ourselves by squeezing these things right here. That's energy. That's where the tension lies. That's where the demons start digging into your ass, and he burns that energy up. So that's why you be sour when you wake up in the morning. Conscious said, I just thought it was from being fat. No, no, memory. Granny taught you well, type. Thank you, kindly. Celestial Earth Goddess, I bet you astral traveling. When you get back in your body, you smell like a bag of roses and flowers. Oh, you been sorted. Yeah, they be whooping your ass too. They'll make you so. The spirit in your mind before I even go to sleep. I always feel the separation. Ain't that something? Sorry. Sorry, I don't be sour. I used to have scratches on my legs and neck. Wow. Abel. Type, what happened when you are half asleep and it feels like you are falling? That's your body trying to keep you alive. That means you died. Straight up. I'm not even gonna front. When you half asleep, that means your life force has left your body, but your spirit man grab that bitch back and say it's not the right time. That's why you'll be like, damn, boom, like you're falling. It's just like if you're walking and you get dizzy and you fall over. That's your spirit force leaving your body and your spirit, your soul saying, come back here. It ain't time. That type of shit. GMA. Don't grandma what? Nah, grandma didn't have no books. She really did everything word of mouth. My great grandmama from Barbados and all the people and the tribal Indians people over here and shit, they did this word of mouth and it was passed on. And it was a hands-on training. So that's how I learned really. This is invaluable stuff. So the stuff I'm teaching y'all on Patreon, the stuff I'm teaching y'all on YouTube, that shit, that was everyday common practice. The heavy shit I haven't gotten into, and I don't even think I should teach that. I mean, that's the heavy thing to make water dry up in a neighborhood or for my grandma to make it rain in one area for 15, 20 days till the sewer system ran over and crawfish come out the drain. I mean, where the fuck you get a crawfish from in Florida from? But she did some shit and off Ivor Lane Road. It rained so bad one year, crawfish and lobsters was and crabs were coming out of the sewer. That shit had rained so long. They didn't know what was going on. But I know grandma did a spell for that. Memory, you want to move to Orlando? Uh, just don't get caught up with the high prices and don't go looking for the spiritual. It'll find you. Don't go looking for it. It'll find you. My grandma used Levi Garrett Red Man Golden Blend. I got some in here. Levi Garrett Red Man Golden Blend. She used to do the green and white bag, but she switched to the golden blend her later years in life. So if y'all want to purchase some Levi Garrett Red Man Golden Blend and send it to me to the P.O. box, I'll damn sure make sure grandma get it. To get us a big mama, but conjure woman, you're gonna have to chew it. You're gonna have to chew it first for her. And you're gonna have to sit a little cup up there, a little styrofoam cup, some tissue paper in it. And you're gonna have to chew it up, get a good chew, and spit it in the cup for her. And then the piece that you chewed up, this is what I do to my grandma. The piece that you done chewed up, then you set that hull, that cud, up there on the altar. So she can absorb. So as it dries from your spit and stuff, she can taste the essence. Do that for your big mama. I do it for my grandma. Teaching y'all something here. My grandma don't visit me that much. She don't. She just come in to make my mama or to make somebody in the family do what I need them to do for me. Grandma don't visit me that much. Grandma off doing her thing. I think grandma up there in 7-Eleven line playing lotto in her heaven. Playing her scratch offs. That's her heaven. And she winning every ticket. Called her as Lady Luck. Grandma like them Winstons, huh? But I will send it to you instead. Thank you, Oshuna. Purple Lover Celestial. I love the seafood in my area. We are on Tech Cheese, Chesapeake Bay. Mm-mm-mm. My granny used to pinch me. All right, we ain't finna be pinching nobody to make granny happy now. How you doing, Purple Lover 77? Everybody, did you learn something from me today? Did you learn something from that story? Did y'all judge me? Yeah, grandma dealt with me enough. She got me out of so much fucking shit. C Diggs, thank you. No judgment. All right. Hitting the jackpot. I ain't asked for money. I ain't asked for fame, fortune, nothing. I just asked for my babies and to have me victorious with the child support court. And now y'all see why I got custody of all my children, all except one. Of all six of my children, I got custody of five of them, and I raised them all by myself. 20 some years, they grown. So now y'all see why Spirit saw that I was a good person, and that Spirit helped me get it. That's all I asked for. Make me go to court and look good in the eyes of the court because I know I can raise my babies, and that's why I can't fail my children, and I won't. I sold a piece of that time. I'm not finna just throw that time away. All right, everybody. Well, I'm finna let you guys go. I'm fixing the sound, so I make an announcement when I upload it. I'm fixing this whole thing right here on this right here. So I'll show y'all. I gotta fix this damn sound. I got a whole new program. Just purchased a whole new program to separate the background noise and shit. AI be messing me up, so I had to buy this one here to separate the shit, and then I cut just that at the 32 second, the 32 minute mark of the video. I gotta isolate it down here, and I put up the audio without the background noise, and then y'all could hear it. And then I got another video, I think, 4 times the Barons, where it was too loud. And if this worked, I'm gonna go and remaster that one so that can be heard clearly for those people who was having trouble hearing it. Y'all hit the like button, share me, all that good stuff. All right, everybody, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm the Baron, telling you guys to trust in you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. No, that's not, that's the Baron page. Y'all had me talk about Baron shit. This tight page. All right. What's that? Awaken the heart. What does the Levi Garrett Golden Blend do spiritually? Nothing. It's just something my grandma liked to chew. That's it. It ain't nothing spiritual about it. All right. So here we go. I was doing the Baron sign out. This is Tyke sign out. Everybody, I'm Tyke, and I'm telling you, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, but it's the truth, no doubt. Take care. God bless, and much love. Y'all stay safe. Why is he calling me as soon as I get off the line? Signal. Y'all have a good one.